for joining. I really appreciate it. It's 2:09 p.m. Pacific time. It's December 14th, 2025. Let's begin. I don't believe in bans. Australia just changed my mind. I'm not a believer in bans or closures. As I demonstrated during the COVID-19 pandemic when I pushed in the summer of 2020 for schools to remain open, warning along with Danny Benjamin of Duke University that school closures cause more damage to socialization and learning than any possible unproven benefit in terms of virus control. That said, I must admit social media gives me a real pause when it comes to bans. Because unrestricted use is leading to higher rates of anxiety, depression, bullying, and poor self-esteem across the world. Keep in mind, social media is most often a dangerous, misleading product with no alternative information sources for many of our young. As former U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy wrote in a advisory in 2023, children and adults who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media face double the risk of mental health problems, coupled with the fact that this exposure makes them feel worse about themselves and their bodies. This is why I applaud Australia's move to ban social media for everyone under the age of 16. Australia's social media ban is a start, not a fail-safe solution. Don't get me wrong, there are certain to be growing pains, as my sources in Australia tell me that many kids are already freaking out, trying to figure out how to message each other without Snapchat. There are also workarounds, as recognition technology is allowing many children under 16 through as it can never be 100% accurate. Kids are finding their way onto TikTok anyway. The Murdoch Children's Research Institute is performing the world's first direct research on the impact of the Professor Susan Sawyer, Chair of Adolescent Health at the University of Melbourne and Director of the Centre for Adolescent Health at Royal Children's Hospital, and the Murdoch Children's Research Institute in Melbourne is in charge of the study. It has been following a cohort of young people and before the ban came into effect and will follow them for months to see what effects the ban has on social media use. Does the ban work, screen time, family functioning, and relationships? The project is called the Connected Minds Study, and I've spoke to Professor Sawyer about it. I agree with her that children need guardrails, but I don't believe that profit-hungry companies will ever be self-motivated to protect children from algorithm-driven platforms designed to maximize engagement at any cost. Social media and developing brains don't mix well. Precisely warned that stakes are highest for younger adolescents. Puberty rewires their brain to be socially primed and emotionally reactive, but without yet the brain maturity and life experience needed to safely navigate this digital landscape. Sadly, unlike other protective actions that can be taken by parents, once a child has a smartphone, no amount of good parenting can overcome the dopamine-fueled algorithms of big tech. Companies have abdicated responsibility for the torrent of harmful content flooding young people's feeds. This is not likely to change anytime soon. Yet, Sauer is optimistic that Australia's new Social Media Age Act will help decrease associated depression and anxiety, especially younger adolescents, cell phones with or without social media carriers. On top of restricting social media use, Sawyer believes that there needs to be a renewed emphasis on not giving younger children ages 8 to 11 cell phones in the first place. Without the phones, it will be far more difficult for them to access social media and will hopefully spark dinner table conversations, especially if parents are phoneless too. Keeping today's phoneless kids phoneless for longer could deliver substantial benefits for health way beyond mental health and well-being, Sawyer wrote. A just released study from the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia found that when children have cell phones at age 12, they have higher rates of depression, sleep disturbance, and obesity. Social media and the ability to access it are a cancer on the minds of our young. We owe it to ourselves as parents to try to prevent it, because Treating cancer once it occurs is always far more difficult. Mark Siegel, a professor of medicine at New York University Langone Health and a Fox News senior medical analyst, is the author of a new #1 New York Times best-selling book, The Miracle Among Us. Again, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11. Follow me on X, the Studio 2020. I like to say Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.